Welcome to the You Heard podcast, your go-to for Miami Hurricanes football. Ben, Joe, Pope, and CB break down recruiting, hot topics, and game day action.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end. No, let's talk about this right now because you completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like,
what are we talking about, son?
Get into it, talk. I felt
Keeping it a buck. Let me close these curtains real quick. You heard.
Hey, fellas, what's going on, man? Hoodies.
I'm watching
Hoodie
some
season.
film, so if anybody wonders why my eyes are up sometimes during this episode, I'm watching some film.
You watching Mensa? It's gonna put you right on
I'm
the
just
spot.
watching film, dog. I'm just
Yeah,
watching.
you ain't even gonna say it. You ain't even gonna say it, though. You ain't
Just
even gonna put it
watching
out there.
film, dog. I'm just watching film, dog. I'm just watching
What
some
is-
film.
What is Joe doing over there? I think Joe.
Laying this
stop
thing.
looking-
Fixing my
Oh,
locks like CB be doing backstage, fixing my
Just get him out the way.
fixing my joints. You know what I mean?
We
Since
started
I don't have
starting early, dog.
Hold on.
illustrious
Hold on.
hair.
Hold on.
You know what I mean?
Hold
I got to
Hold on. Hold
I
on.
got front like I got something. Let me fix
Hold
my
on.
beard. My
There
beard
you
hair.
go.
Hold on.
You should. You
Yeah,
got to do the
hold
brush, man. You got to bust out the brush.
Let me
You know what I mean?
fix my beard hair. So don't chew and say nah. Don't hit me with the don't hit me with the lip twist. Don't hit me with the
See, this is what he
don't
hit you
hit
with
me with the lip
with the
twist.
political. You know what I'm saying? What is it, like a
Nah,
worm?
son.
How did I catch a stray
going-
here, dog?
Look like you gonna smack a nigga in the face with the joke.
Hey, you know somebody's serious when they don't talk to you. They talk to you with their food first. Hey,
Hey, let me talk to you, bro. Listen. You got a French fry in your hand, like, yo, man. You talk to me like that one more time, it's about to be a real Pop-Tart in this bitch. Hey, man. I got Poke is taking a sick day, man. You know what I'm saying? Handling the family stuff. So shout out to him, man. That's the brother, man. Always and forever, man. That's family. Y'all know what it is, man.
love you, Pope.
Yeah.
Shout out
that's
to the
family, bro.
Popes.
The Pokes for real. Shout out to them just going to, you know what I'm saying, being outside, man. That's dope.
They're lovely
Shout
people.
out to them.
Like they really are
Yeah.
just lovely people.
They really
like,
are, man.
Aside from like being a part of the fam and everything, they're just lovely
Mhm.
people. They really are.
Yeah, good. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all get that hoodie.
Well, wake
available
your
right
ass
now.
up then. We here.
December, kid. I'm up.
We ate.
I'm
You know what
up,
I'm saying? We
man.
8 days in.
I'm
Listen,
up,
shout out to
champ.
Hoodie Girl. Got 54 people right now in the chat. Hey, man, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Smash that, you know what I'm saying? Thumbs up button. Appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us. We got a lot to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll be outside. Yep. The request.
Maybe a hoodie, maybe not. We just like to pop up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We need to be on the wall. I need to be on the wall twice.
No.
Hoodie. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Some people need to be kicked out. I'll vote.
The only
I'll
way
vote
you're
if
gonna
you
see
go
me on October 28th is if you come to Houston.
December 28th. October 20th would be
Yeah,
next.
CB don't want to see no secondary bootleg bowls.
I would love to go, but I can't.
It's coming.
My job is
quick.
insane right now.
I
You
thought
have
keeping
no
it a
idea.
buck,
And we're
the-
moving, so it's ridiculous. I would love to go.
The
No,
name-
man, I'm old school. I love bowl games. I don't care what the name on the bowl is, man. I love bowl games. So
I just don't like the name on the bowl. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if it was called something like it's just the sponsor, right? Like just the
Pop
name of it.
Yeah,
A
man.
Pop-Tarts bowl.
hey,
Look,
look, man,
you
if you're
gotta-
not in the sugar, the rose, the orange, if you ain't in one of those, just win whichever one you're in. I don't give a shit if it's the
It could be
toilet
something
bowl.
cool though. Let's go to the
Win
slip
it.
and slide bowl or some shit.
What?
You know what
That's
I
not
mean?
even a thing anymore, Joey. What? We done.
Let's go to the Magnum Bowl or something, man. Something. You know what I mean?
Joe named a
Something
toy
cool.
that's defunct. Let's go to the Skip It Bowl. Let's y'all remember the Skip It?
Go to the Slinky.
Let's go to the Bop It.
Slinky
Let's go
bowl.
to the Bop
The
It bowl.
Slinky Bowl.
Hey, y'all remember
Where would
Moon
Slink?
Cheese?
When would the Slinky Corporation get enough money to sponsor a bowl game?
They coming back, son.
They coming back. The
Yup.
Pet Rock Bowl.
Virtual Slinkies.
Nah, I mean the
Virtual
Pop-Tart Bowl is
Slinky.
one of the cooler ones now, right? It's one of the cooler secondary bowls.
I guess.
I mean, the name. I don't like the name. I walked by Pop-Tarts today when I was at Walmart, and I felt like giving them the middle finger. Look, yo,
My favorite secondary bowl is always the Peach Bowl. I just think it's a cool bowl.
Yeah.
I think the Citrus Bowl. You know what I mean, with just name
Yeah,
wise,
it's a cool one, too.
you know what I'm saying?
What's the
Doesn't
next
sound too bad.
The Gator, maybe.
The Gator Bowl,
No.
yeah,
Just because it's Gators.
just
Smells
because
like
it's Gators.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
real-
in
real
I may go to
swampy.
some bowl games here though. We gonna have a bowl game at Rice. We got a bowl game at Houston. So I may slide.
Facts,
over.
Brian, the Trojan Bowl. Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
I don't want
yeah,
that. I don't want that.
Yeah, the Trojan Bowl. Son.
Hey.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
We
Yeah.
need an Uncle
I-
Uncle Ben's Bowl.
The Blue Chew Bowl.
The-
Well,
yeah,
Blue
stupid.
Shoe definitely need a bowl, man.
Blue Shoe need the bowl, son. David Scott says, Benny and Joe, how is it that Miami is ranked the number one rated recruiting class in the ACC for the fourth straight year? And how is it that Clemson, who doesn't use the portal, recruit like us, are ahead of us?
Don't worry, David. We'll discuss this
We-
later.
yeah,
That's part
David,
of.
we gotta.
Yeah,
we're
we'll
being
discuss-
enlightened
We'll get
right-
into that. We will get
we're
into
being light and
that
funny right now, but we gonna talk on this one.
because I have
Uh,
similar questions, David. So we'll discuss, and I'm
I feel like
curious to
Dave would
hear
have been
what
acting.
my
David
brothers-
sounds aggressive. We have similar questions, David. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like
Public service announcement from the 1950s. This is not the episode for your children. If you have young ones, if you have little ones, this is not the episode for them. Please put your headphones on. Joe will be cussing.
Nah,
yeah.
I just have questions.
Sorry, Nana. I want to apologize to Nana ahead of time.
Nana.
Shout out to Nana.
He nice.
Hope to see you in Orlando, Nana.
He nice.
Yeah, man. All right,
buddy.
let's start
Buddy
start
nice.
there. Let's go with the Pop-Tarts Bowl, man. You know what I'm saying? Miami didn't get the CFP selection as obvious. We kind of knew that already last week. We had a week to prepare for it. You know what I'm saying? The only good thing, I won't keep it a buck, it's not too far from me, so I will be going to that game. You know what I mean? I will be going to the Pop-Tarts Bowl, seeing Miami. I love that Martinez already tweeted out that you know what I'm saying, that he's gonna be there. That's dope. All rumors and all things we're hearing that it's gonna be a majority of the players, and it seems like the players that aren't going to be playing are jumping in the portal. We'll talk about the portal in a minute. Like I said, we got a lot to discuss. We'll recap recruiting. I'm sure CB already has a wish list for 2026 that he could just touch on briefly throughout the show. But yeah, man, just how you feeling as of right now? Just, you know, instant reaction to it. How you feeling about playing Iowa State on the 28th at 3:30 in Orlando, CB?
I'm excited. Look, man, I'm an old school college football fan, man. I like bowl games. That playoff is cool. It's nice. It gives people opportunity. I think we do need a playoff with the way things are because computers were trash, but I grew up with the computers, so it is what it is. I like bowl games, dog. I became one of those college football fans when I was a kid that watched everything. Watched Wyoming play Tulane. I like this kind of stuff. This is CB's Christmas. This entire season. So I feel like you finished the season strong. We got a nasty taste in our mouth. Who wants to go into the offseason with this taste in our mouth? Let's finish with a W. Let's finish strong. 11 wins, 11-2. Let's keep it a buck. It's good season. Let's have some momentum going into the portal and into the spring. You establish momentum with a dub. Let's get a dub. Let's get JoJo Trader 3 catches in the game. Let's see what the future look like a little bit. And you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what that gonna look like next year. I'm excited. Am I happy we didn't make the playoff? No. But I saw a great tweet that said, football fans got to stop living in what ifs. Stop thinking about what it could be and deal with what it is. And what it is we got Iowa State on the schedule. They put a football game on the schedule. Win it.
That's it. Joey, what you got? What's he doing?
I'm excited to see the young dudes play. I'm definitely excited to see, like you said, JoJo. I want Nye Carr to play.
Chance.
More Jordan Lau. Emery, if Cam decides to not play, which I think he might. But if he decides not to, I would like to see Emery, man. I would like to see the young guys on defense, Pruitt, Justin Scott, even more. We saw a lot of Artavius Jones. Let's see Juggernaut out there. You know what I mean? Cole McConaughey, Lightfoot. I want to see the young boys, Booker Pickett. I want to see the young boys, man. Ryan Mack, if he's healthy enough, I want to see Ryan Mack, man.
Dylan Day.
It'll be dope. Yeah, Dylan Day, all those guys, Isaiah Thomas, man. It'll be dope to see those guys. I'm not happy where we landed. Obviously, Miami had every opportunity to handle business, and they did not. So that's just what it is right now. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the young boys.
Yeah, same, man. I'm gonna echo a lot of that. I want to see the young players play. I want to, because right now is when you have that, and it doesn't count towards your red shirt, right? Like you could just play towards, it doesn't count towards your season.
Does not count.
Yeah, postseason does not count. So let them rock, which is crazy because if you're in the playoffs, you can just play all 4 games and it doesn't count towards anything, right? Because it's playoffs, which is bananas. But yeah, man, I want to see the young guys play, but I'm more focused as to what we do in the portal during this time. You know what I mean? Because that's the crazy thing about it. But I want to see Pruitt, man. I want to see Booker Pickett. I want to see Cole. I want to see everybody whose red shirts are protected and safe, and can rock in this, because you need to have as of right now, speaking on December 8th at 6:16 in the pod. You know what I'm saying? You want to show excitement and show growth towards next season, because right now people ain't feeling good, right? Like people upset, people feel some kind of way doing the what if, the fantasy booking, as I like to call it. Oh, if this would have happened and that, we can't deal with that shit anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's a different place now. Yeah, it sucks. None of us want to be here, hence the hoodies. So none of us want to be in this position, but it is what it is. We had everything in front of us. Now you got Iowa State in front of you in 3 weeks, 20 days. So you got practices, you got recruiting. We got to move on from it. Yeah, it sucks, man, but we can't live in that shit anymore. Given we'll talk about everything else, but we got to move on, man. It'd be dope. It'd be real dope if Cam plays. It will be the first time that like a potential top 5 pick would possibly play in a bowl game. So that's dope. Love that Martinez. Like I said, Martinez is locked in. Simeon Barrow's locked in. But we shall see, man. We shall see. We'll break down Iowa State the week of. We're not going to do it right now. I haven't even looked that much of them. I did play them in college football 25. You know what I'm saying? So I did start Emery. It was very weird starting Cam Ward. I know it doesn't matter. I didn't know who was on that team.
Don't talk, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, Emery was very accurate. I'll say that. I was very surprised. I was like, oh, maybe. But yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Is Colby Luna in the game?
Yes.
No. Is he? I don't think so.
He's a walk-on. I gotta take a look at the. Yeah. Would you start him? Is that what you're saying? You'd start Colby Luna?
When you just said that, I was just curious. He's the Luna's fans of the show. Love the Lunas and the Luna family.
Yep.
I was just curious. That just was a random question. I was just wondering.
I don't think PWOs can opt in. As far as I know, I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, man, we'll talk. Like I said, we'll break that down the week of. But yeah, man, it is. It would, you know what I'm saying? Got to get that dub. It's been a long time since we won a bowl game, regardless of when and where and how. So that shit's got to
trophy,
change.
Dog. I just want a trophy.
Iowa State coming through to ruin the party. Dog. You know what I mean? Yeah. To let the party die, man. They coming through. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's gonna be another team coming in to shut Miami's mouth. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
It's not. Yeah, man. Gotta show up for that one, man. Can't have another ho-hum, boring ass performance when everybody's just kind of protecting themselves. It's gotta be. I'm saying you gotta go in there and be mad and perform, man. But yeah, so that's the bowl game. Pop-Tarts bowl. Y'all think the trophy's just a big Pop-Tart? I have no idea what it looks like. Like, is it just like unflavored, no frosting Pop-Tarts?
I don't want
like
that.
in a bowl?
I don't know. I remember that. I remember that bowl went viral like a mug last year, though.
Who played in last year's Pop-Tart, bro?
I forgot. It wasn't because of the game. It was because of the mascot and all that shit. That shit was crazy.
Oh, the Pop-Tart. That's right, fam.
Yeah,
It is the Pop-Tart.
That boy was crazy. That boy was crazy. He was getting it in. That man was
Yeah, it just
whoever
it
was in
sounds
that
worse.
suit had a time last year. I'm trying to find this list that I have.
In your opinion, do we have the same coaches going into the bowl?
You want my hope answer or my
no, your opinion. Chat, do we have the same coaching staff going into the bowls? The coaching staff
on both sides of the ball
intact on both sides of the ball going into that bowl game?
I don't know how you can, bro. I don't know how you can. Like, you have at some point you have to see the optics of it, right? Like, and not even the optics of like how we feel. Fuck how we feel. Sorry, we're gonna cuss. Fuck how we feel, right? We people on a podcast, you know what I'm saying, tweet your tweets. You have to see the performances. If you since last Saturday, you've watched the tape back. And if you've seen, like, oh, so it's already getting me. I'm already starting to cook. If you've seen how this defense performed, and you're like, nah, you know what? It's just a couple players. Get the entirety of the fuck out of here, bro. I can't be like, man, you know what? It's just because we were missing this one player. I can't do it, bro. I can't. You have to move on. You have to make decisions and make them quickly, man. You can't at this point be like, okay, we're gonna let them go and then wait 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying? When like on a random Wednesday at 8:45 a.m. to be like, okay, now we have a defensive coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need this to be decisive. You've had a week. Like, how long do you need to make a decision on like whether this is the guy or not? Whether these are the guys or not? How much do you need? We know you don't sleep, right? We know you don't sleep. We know you live off cafecito and recruiting. So what you wait? Like, I don't understand what hasn't already.
We also know that our coach is very careful and calculated with those decisions. Yep. So if that's happening, he will make sure that the coach that's leaving has a job in hand. Yep. You know what I mean? And he's interviewed. Yeah, and he's interviewed 73 coaches first.
I know.
You know
yeah.
What I mean?
So, question for you, Joe. Same question for you. Do we have a full intact staff December 28th at 3:30?
I think we do. Yeah. I don't think any changes will be made until after the season is fully over, because that's the history of our head coach.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What do you think about that, though? Like, what's?
That's how he do it. That's how he does it. I mean, everybody does it different. I'm it don't matter what that's what he do. That's how he rolls. That's how he operates. We know that. He been here 3 years, kid. We know. That's how he rolls, man. He gonna take his time. He gonna take his time.
Gonna take forever, dog.
You know what I mean? We'll have a coach by spring ball. That's all I know.
If we're not just keep the same coaches.
If we're not keeping the same coordinators, we'll have coordinators by spring ball. Yes, we will.
Yeah, no, you're right, Rocky. Don't matter what any of us think. You know what I'm saying? CB, what you thinking?
At some point, you gotta establish some kind of consistency. I think they're both 1-1 right now, coordinator wise.
Facts.
I think
Facts. They're right. 1-1. Wilson was 0-1 after last season. Now he's 1-1. Yep. And Guidry was 1-0 after last season. Now he's 1-1. I agree.
Yeah,
at some point, you gotta establish some kind of consistency, some kind of system. Well, I'm guessing we're about to get into this a little bit when we talk about Clemson and why that works. I kind of say bring him back. I'm gonna be honest with you. I say bring him back. What Guidry had last year worked. The argument people like to give is, yeah, well, those were players somebody else coached. Well, they're finna go in the portal and get a bunch of players somebody else coached. So if they're good players, that means they should work in the scheme, right? Because good players somebody else coached made his defense work last year. So if we go get some good players somebody else coach, I don't. There has to be something about consistency. I didn't see. I saw some things I didn't like from Guidry, obviously, but there's a couple names I saw floated out there that I did like. Joe mentioned somebody on the Twitterverse that I liked. He's a little older, but I like him.
Man, boy.
But if you're asking me going into the bowl game, I don't think you shake it up. I don't think Dawson. The only way Dawson leaves is if Dawson takes a head coaching job.
Right.
There's no way you're getting rid of Dawson.
But I think that's
a possibility. Be a part of the pitch.
I think that's a part of the.
True. Yeah. He has to be a part of the pitch for whatever quarterback is coming in. You don't have an offensive coordinator that hurts you a little bit with that portal quarterback coming in. Part of our pitch is look what Cam Ward did. Well, if it's not the same offense that Cam Ward ran, then you can't say that. So.
Facts. And you can't let him go because you know you're not going to have an offensive coordinator till February. So how were you going to make pitches in the portal? I'd be like, yo, this is what we're going to do here. But you don't really have an offensive identity.
I hear both sides of Guidry, y'all. I do. I hear both sides. I do. I understand how some people feel on one side. I understand how you feel on another. I feel like he's 1-1. And I feel like at some point you have to establish some kind of consistency because at some point, if I keep telling you that I'm hiring a third defensive coordinator in 3 years and a third offensive coordinator in 3 years, and it's my choice to get rid of them. At some point, fractions have a little thing on the bottom called a common denominator. Some point, you got to start asking uncomfortable questions. And I don't think he deserves those uncomfortable questions at the moment, but they'll come with too much turnover. You got to establish some kind of consistency. You got to be able to tell players, this is what it will look like. This is what the scheme is. This is how you'll fit in it. It is hard to do when you're transitioning schemes every year. You got to establish some kind of consistency. It's Mario. Coach Cristobal is not like having a Cliff Kingsbury where the head coach's philosophy and playbook will always be there. So you can tell, you know what I'm saying? You're still going to have Cliff Kingsbury's offense, no matter who his OC is. You can still tell a quarterback this is what it's going to be. It's different depending on the offensive coordinator that comes in. So I think you need consistency. But I hear both sides. I honestly do. And I struggle with the answer on the other side of the ball. I like the guy, so I'm probably a little biased because I like him. But I'm not happy with results this year. I'm with y'all with that. I'm not happy with results this year. So I feel like it's 50-50. I feel like every time I open Twitter every morning, I don't know what I'm going to see. I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't bet no money on it. Either way, I wouldn't bet no bread on it.
Canes for life.
I couldn't tell you the over-under or like the splits on it. Canes for Life says, I love my Canes. What's sad is Oregon looks like a top 5 program. The best program, only undefeated team in the country. I love my Canes. What's sad is Oregon looks like a top 5 program under Lanning. They never looked like this under Mario. All right. Yeah, I mean, what do you want me to do? Argue with that? The best number 1 team in the country. Like I can't be like, but no, they're number 1 team in the country, and we're the outside looking in. We're honorable. We're not even. I guess we're like an honorable mention for this year's season. You know what I mean? So, yeah,
no such thing.
I would say,
period.
That's what I'm saying. You know, you ever seen like the countdowns from Watch Mojo? Like they do the top 10, and there's always like, dude, that just didn't make it. Yeah, well, we're in the didn't make it. Yeah, man, he's not wrong. Shout out to Canes. Like I have no even response to that to be like deflective because, like Joe said, no Kane shades on today. Ain't no sugarcoat, no lies, no nothing. It says Phil Knight.
To CB's point, real quick. There are ways in my opinion, and I think it has been done. I think Nick Saban has showed us there are ways to have a different coach, but keep your system the same. You know what I mean? Like things may vary a little bit, but like with Nick Saban going from offensive coordinator to offensive coordinator, right? He had, I think, what, Lane Kiffin,
Yep.
Sarkisian,
Yep.
And the train kept moving. No, they didn't have the same scheme, but there were similarities. And I think he made a point like Dabo does. Dabo switches, they'll switch coordinators, but then they'll kind of keep things the same.
They have an identity.
You know what I mean?
They have an identity.
Yep. Exactly. There you go. The identity. I don't know that we have. Do we have an identity?
We don't.
No,
That's
not at the moment.
problem.
No.
That's the question.
Our current identity is two syllables. It's Cam Ward. That's our current identity.
Yeah.
So no, our identity is leaving for the NFL draft, where I think he would be a very successful pro.
So that's where I would say the consistency part. I don't know that it really makes a difference at this point because we don't have an idea. What's being consistent?
But you gotta establish it.
Right.
You need some time. Somebody needs some time. We need to be able to know, okay, through 3 years, the slot guy kills in this guy's offense. We need
but he's leaving. We know Dawson's leaving. Dawson, if it's not this year, it's going to be next year. Dawson's out. Dawson ain't staying.
But he got disciples. Hold on to one of them disciples.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's
how you gotta get the leaves off the tree.
I feel like Dawson will take his people with him. You know what I mean?
You make that person the offensive coordinator.
He's not established enough to have a Dawson tree yet. You know what I mean? You know what tree he falls under, Hal Mummy, and he's under that tree. But
sometimes when I like to make a good point, I like to sing it, and I'm gonna sing it.
Okay.
Rights don't got our money. They don't got our money.
They don't.
Fuck all that. Money talks. Money talks. Sometimes, yeah, you're right.
Maybe he don't want to be recruiting at 3 a.m. Son.
True. Yeah, all that. Yeah, all that.
Maybe he wants a vacation.
And he just could be loyal to Dawson. He also just could be loyal to his, you know what I'm saying, his guy.
Facts.
So, but I just want to establish something. I want to hire Ken Dorsey, and I want to establish culture.
Oh,
that's it.
Lord Jesus. Okay.
So you're saying if Dawson leaves, right? Because that's the other thing is like perception. If Dawson leaves for a head coaching job, that's not an onus on Mario or Coach Cristobal. Look, man, I understand what you're saying, CB, as you got to establish something, but
absolutely,
what's Coach Guidry's identity and what is he established in 2 years?
He's 1-1. But his defense did have an identity even before he got here. Does it not?
I don't care what he
did.
He
has an identity.
Aggression, right? Right.
Okay. Was the defense not aggressive last year?
Yeah. But,
I don't know if they're saying that's an identity. See, like, I don't know if aggression.
That's a
pressure.
trait.
He's known for pressure. He's known for having that nickel star. He does have a bit of an identity as a defensive coordinator. It didn't work. We were all agreeing he's 1-1. He took an L this year. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah, but that
Syracuse still open.
Yeah, LaQuint Allen is still running. Like that's still happening.
It's still open.
Yeah,
I don't know. I agree, bro. I see both sides. I'm not gonna be upset either way. I don't think. I'm gonna be real with you. I honestly do see both sides.
Yeah, I'm not either.
This ain't one of those where I'm playing the fence to be politically correct. I have my moments where I'm like, Stoops. I have my moments where I'm like, roll with Guidry. I really do. I have my moment.
What was that name you said there? What was that name you just threw out? What was it? What was that name you threw out there casually? What was it?
It rhymes with hoops. Rhymes with hoops. He has a brother. It's very crazy. Yeah. I wouldn't be mad. I think Guidry comes back on a very short leash, in my opinion.
Here's my issue with that though, right? Like, and we going like if you're bringing him back tentatively and putting him on a 60-day, you know what I'm saying? Like when you first get a job, we're like, yeah, we can let you go at any moment. Then you behind him have to have some experience or established D coordinators that have done it before. Because then if you roll into it with this, then who do you promote? Because you're gonna bring somebody in mid-season. Like our schedule next year is bananas. Like, when would you make, you know what I'm saying? If they struggle, if they continue, keep it a buck. You continue to not set the edge. Continue to have your 290-pound defensive lineman try to cover the flats. And those things keep happening, which we saw in year 1 and saw again in year 2, right? You have your downhill linebacker trying to cover a running back out of the backfield. What, you know what I'm saying? Like, how short is that leash and what do you do? Like, how do you plan for that? Be like, look, we're going to bring you back, but we might fire you 4 games in.
Well, if we start, let's say, game 6,
schedule's not as crazy as everyone keeps making it out to be.
If we start 3-3, and it's the same shit as last year on this past season on the defense, it really doesn't matter. You're transitioning away from that anyway. You know what I mean? You're not going anywhere. You're not going to the playoff, so you have to make a change anyway, so you might as well get started early.
Which is why I say, dude,
Rocky, that person's trolling all of y'all, bro. Please mute him. That person is
trolling. Justin Scott leaving. That's crazy.
He's just trolling y'all, bro.
Yeah. Careful.
Literally trolling y'all. Anytime someone brings up Jeremiah Smith, understand they're trolling you.
Immediately.
Even though I don't put it past anybody, I don't know. This shit is crazy, but you know.
Yeah, it opens tomorrow. Like everybody's jumping in. Everybody's jumping in from last week, but tomorrow is when it goes bananas. Tomorrow.
Oh, that's Timothy.
Yes.
Oh, nah. Never mind. Oh God.
Oh, what happened?
I talk a lot, bro. But come on now.
Oh, hoodie. I didn't know that was Timothy. Jeez Louise.
All right.
Is that a person?
Next segment.
Next, as we move on.
25
Yeah. Listen, college football playoff is set. Got the top 12.
Yeah.
I know what it is. We're not in it, so I could give I don't really care. But I got a text from my brother Joe this morning say, hey, I apologize in advance.
Oh, yeah.
And anytime Joe hits us with a very formal I apologize in advance, I'm like, oh, okay. He said, take your cane shades off. Let's see what's popping. Let's talk about it. This man's got to hydrate, got to get ready. You know what I'm saying? Got to get situated. Joe, did you just get a Pringle? Where'd you get, what flavor is that on Pringles, son? With the knee up?
Pizza or some shit? Yeah, I figured that. I reckon. Well, hold up. Them pizza joints are fire.
Right.
Those should be hitting.
I knew Joe needed the floor, so I figured I'd get me a snack so I don't
That's probably
do my normal
favorite.
interrupting people thing.
Well, I don't need I just have questions. I really just have questions. I would like active participation.
Okay.
From YouTube and to really let's really you know,
I wasn't ready for that.
Really talk about this subject because I'm really curious. Okay, so we have to look at coaching, right? That's the theme, right? Players or coaches. I'm not worried about the players right now. I want to talk about the coaches. All right, in particular our head coach, right? So we've had a new coach for 3 years, right? 3 years. Year 1, culture wasn't right? Culture, terrible, 5-7, ugly losses. It looked terrible. Second year, last year, 7-5. Culture's better, but the culture's still not right. This year, 10-3. Well, yeah, 10-3, right? 10-2. I'm sorry.
10-2.
10-2, going to a bowl game on the cusp of the playoffs. We had to win the last 2 out of 3. You win 2 out of 3, you're probably going to the playoff. Most likely. You're going to the ACC championship with a chance to win the championship and then go to the playoff.
Mhm.
My questions. SMU's first year in the ACC.
Fuck.
ACC championship.
Mhm.
Former Miami players.
9 of them.
ACC championship. 9 of them.
Mhm.
Schedule was let's keep it a buck. Schedule was trash.
Yeah.
Their
Worse than
schedule
ours.
was very, very trash.
Yeah,
But
worse than ours.
our
75th
schedule,
in the country.
their schedule was very, very trash. Our schedule was trash. Not two veries. It was trash.
Yes.
But common opponent, Cal.
Mhm.
SMU beat 38-6. We had
God damn.
a dogfight. Ran through them,
39-38. Yep.
right?
Oh, Meech is in the portal again. Meech. Freeney.
Oh, I thought you meant never mind. Syracuse, first year head coach, correct?
Yep. Fran Brown. Yep.
Does anyone know Syracuse's record from last year? Let me look. Can somebody look that up real quick?
Was that 4-8?
I gotcha.
I want to say off the top of my head 4-8.
Syracuse last year was. Oh, my bad. That's 2024. I need 2023. Is there 9-3 this year? They were 6-7 last year.
6-7 last year.
Okay.
All right.
3-game difference. 3-game improvement.
Year 1 head coach, 9-3. Common opponents, they beat Georgia Tech.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Cal.
Yep.
They beat Virginia Tech.
Mm-hmm.
And they beat Miami.
Yep.
What's the issue with Miami and the coaching staff? Can we not build the culture and win like we're supposed to be winning in the ACC? I'm not concerned with national right now because we have to win in the ACC. Why
is it such a challenge?
Why do we struggle? Why is this such a challenge for Miami and the coaching staff? Where do you see the issue? Is it the culture? Is it still the culture? Right? We have a couple people from the last regime still on the team, but they're key contributors. Is it the culture? Is it the players? Is it the development? Is it the scheme? What do we think it is?
Okay.
I'm curious.
I'll take my first swing at it. I think it's a mixture of all of those things, which to me falls on the coaches, right? Like the consistent ones that have been there. I think there's been a failure in evaluation on certain players on that you bring in the portal. That I'm not a big fan of. Oh well, he was coached under him previously, so we could just bring him over. I think there's a look, man. There's just been an arrogance to the approach in a lot of ways, where like my way is the only way, and because of how I've done it elsewhere is how it's going to work here, while not recognizing that the landscape has changed. And you know what I'm saying? And
that's a good point. Go ahead, keep going.
Not just with the portal though. Like I don't like the development argument because there's freshman players leaving all over the country from other programs, from big time programs. So the narrative that like, oh, Mario's not developing, or this guy's no man, it's business now. It's not, oh, I wish we could have like Chris Johnson jumped in the portal, right? Oh, I wish we could have used him. Fam, like sometimes it's other things that happen. There's a freshman wide receiver, a 5-star from Bama that just jumped in the portal. So I don't put the development argument is weak to me because you're expecting every freshman that comes in to be the greatest within 18 months, not counting the level of players that they played in high school, the drive of that person. Sometimes personalities don't mix, coaches leave. There's so many other factors, but I think we underrate how bad the program and the culture was before. But I don't.
Okay.
But wait, 1 second.
Right.
But I don't understand why it's still taking this long, and why certain things continue to happen. Like you win two out. You win 2 out of your last 3 games. You're in the playoffs. Like you go back to the Georgia Tech game, not taking points in that game when you should have. You know what I'm saying? When you have one of the best kickers in the country, you might scratch out a win, but you still win 29-28 with those two extra field goal tries that you have, right? Those are little moments that tend to like be crazy. Like up 21-0. Like there's ways you can manage a game to win. Dabo, for as much as I hate him, he knows how to manage a game to win. Right? Like certain that's the size that don't happen. There are issues that I have with this staff that are never personal because I don't, you know what I'm saying? That's never how this works. But there's things that happen that like I don't understand why it's not better. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand how you just don't do press coverage if you're gonna play man. I'm just gonna let my wide receivers run free off the line and hope our guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, and hope our guys get there. Like, I don't understand how you don't see that on tape and be like, yo, these are things we need to adjust. And be like, no, this is my system. This is what I'm gonna do. Those, you know what I'm saying? Like, to not being able to adjust in those moments are frustrating, but it's a culmination of things. Like to win and to win consistently is such a hard. And Joe, you're talking football is a hard sport. To win, you know what I'm saying, consistently, 10-20, none to sneeze at. We feel like dog shit. We feel like dog shit because of how it ended, right? 21-0. We think we coasting like a motherfucker. Oh shit. It's all, you know what I'm saying? Just hand the ball off. Let's control the ball, but then not realizing that our other side of the ball has failed completely, right? Like just failed. Just at no point could figure it out. So it's been a bunch of different things. So I'm off the development argument because that's not reality anymore. Because there's going to be players, Joe, that we're going to see 4 years from now that are going to play at 4 different colleges, 4 different universities, and big time programs. Like there'll be teams, there'll be players jumping from Bama, from Clemson, from Texas. Well, Isaiah Bond jumped in the portal, right? Or was that? I'm saying like,
no, that's fake. That's
fake.
That
was fake. All right. So let's see. I'm saying like I get caught up with this shit. Yeah. So there's players that jump in the portal. Hayes Foster probably got 16 graphics right now ready to drop out players we hadn't even no thought of. So that is going to continue to happen. I'm off the development argument because CeCe's happening, right? I'm saying one of the best linemen in the country. Inez Cooper, underrated prospect, completely changed his body, came in with Mark. You know what I'm saying? Like Matthew McCoy, Ahmad Moan. There's been moments. You're not going to develop every player. It's impossible. Not every player develops at the same rate. Y'all know that better than me. Y'all watch them. You know what I'm saying? So the development argument is not good. Just it's been these little moments when those extra things need to happen, and it seems like we just fall short. Year 1, we'll go culture. Year 2, just a try-hard team. I had a ton of injuries and below average at quarterback. Superior at quarterback this year. Failure, like it can't get right. Just can't ever seem to catch. Saying can't catch the beat. That's been my perspective on your first question. And I know I went a little long. Just you know what I'm saying. It's a great question, by the way. Y'all make sure in the chat respond to it.
Yeah, CB, real quick before you respond. I think we all watched the games yesterday. Correct? Did everybody watch most of the games? CB, did you watch the games?
Yeah, I actually did. We watched everything except for the Oregon game. We kind of focused on the ACC game.
All right, so chat and you guys, what was the biggest difference you think watching those games and watching Miami game? the most glaring difference to you
Tackling.
tackling from those teams, just much better tackling.
Mm-hmm. I saw some really quality safety play,
Mm-hmm.
especially because one of my homeboys. Shout out to JB. He probably watching this. His son plays for UNLV. Jonathan Baldwin II. He's their star safety, and I just be watching. I just be watching little JB a lot. He's him, and they had another guy, Zero, who's actually entering the portal as a grad transfer, was former 5-star. So I was watching a lot of DB play, and I got DB play on the mind, so I've been watching a lot of DB play.
Yeah.
But
Ben, real quick, Ben, what do you think was yours? The biggest difference?
I think that stood out to me the most. No last-second communication between the secondary. Like everybody I watched the SEC game, I watched ACC, I watched a little bit of the Big Ten. I kind of saw, you know what I'm saying, that was like a shootout, but it wasn't any like, hey, you know what I mean? Like right before the ball is snapped, like there would be like one thing, real quick communication, but like the secondary, that's what stood out to me because it's what's been so glaring for us as a weakness this year. So that's kind of where my eyes focused on. There wasn't a lot of like panicked, can you see me? Yo, we all moving. Like it wasn't a lot of that. That's what stood out to me. Secondary communication.
Somebody has my answer exactly. And it's Callie Kane. The most glaring difference to me, in my opinion, coaching and play calling. To me,
I don't know. Sark did some dumbass things from a play calling perspective.
Sark kind of gets a pass because Sark is dope.
Yeah, he like that. He like that.
I mean?
He is like those play callings in that game was bananas.
However, you can't be the goddamn quarterback whisperer when your quarterback is getting 6 sacks and you do that slow developing goddamn play on third down.
Yeah, that weird like spin around shit that he did. Like
no, it's a beautiful concept when it works.
I know what they were doing,
but the throw back to the right and you sneak the tight end down the middle.
The tight end, but they covered it. They covered it.
No. You've gotten sacked 6 times before that. They blew Quinn Ewers up because they couldn't. But yeah, coaching and play calling.
Yeah, but
this will roll into my point to answer.
Okay, no, go ahead. Let's
roll into my.
That's what I saw. That's
because exactly I get a rap. I get a bad rap for saying play the guys, right?
Okay,
play the young guys.
Play the young guys.
So we couldn't throw JoJo out there. We had to go get another senior. I said all in spring, the receivers were fine. Cam Ward did it with the receivers of the size that we have now. Well, we got to get a 6'7" dude. If we don't get him, who could dunk from free throw line, how we ever gonna win? Like, okay,
voice is that like the just the monotone voice of everybody else?
Was Clemson's offense perfect this year? No, but you mean to tell me you can't win with your quarterback completing 63% of his passes for 3,300 yards, 33 touchdowns, and 5 picks? You can't win with a quarterback that does that? All right, so that quarterback's 3 leading receivers. First leading receiver, sophomore. That's your Isaiah Horton next year. 71 catches, 838, 10 touchdowns. Anybody in this chat think Isaiah Horton can't do that?
Nope.
Okay. So their second leading receiver, true freshman, 38, 678, and 5 TDs. Another one, 36, 535, and 4 TDs. So I'm kind of tired of the whole why put JoJo out there argument, why play Nikar argument. You don't always have to get veterans if you knock out the eval process right when you bring in these freshmen.
Is that not coaching, CB?
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's establishing that weird old school freshmen don't really play type of thing.
It can't be.
You can't have that anymore.
No, but I'm saying freshmen play on this team.
Yeah, they do. So for me, sometimes I think everyone, we got to get. Why? Why do we have to go get another receiver right now? Why? Did we miss on chance? No.
Depth.
Did we miss on chance?
Nope.
Did we miss on
Oh,
JoJo?
well, we don't know.
But
We don't know.
Joe, keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. No one's asking for a receiver for depth. They want you to go out and get him.
Correct.
So did we miss on JoJo? Did we miss on Chance?
I don't know.
Did we miss on?
Never seen him play, so I don't know. I haven't seen him play in college, so I don't know. I have no clue what they are.
So my issue is if every year the argument's going to be we got to have people that have proven it, then play people early then.
Yep.
They'll never get a chance to prove it.
Facts.
Absolutely. They'll never get a chance to prove it. If you keep saying every year, I need a junior that's done it, and you keep putting it over somebody that hasn't done it, until you let this motherfucker do it, you're not going to be able to see if he can do it.
Absolutely.
100%.
So if you think he like that, I'm sorry. I understand this new era of the portal is dope, but I want to use it to sprinkle on top. Mm-hmm. I want to fill in the gaps. I'm not a big fan of this watching a game on Friday and going, let's go get him. Nick, incoming freshmen, they're not cheap anymore.
If Isaiah Bond entered the portal, would you bring him in? If he said, yo, I want to go to Miami. All right, keep going. Go ahead. You ain't have to.
Probably.
Yeah. I know.
But I'm also playing my guys too.
Facts.
There's no way in hell JoJo's not a 30 catch guy next year. In my eyes, that doesn't. I think you can get it done with it. Because here's my question though: what do I got to pay Bond that I maybe could pay a corner and a safety?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you need Hawaii's 2007 offense. I just read you Clemson's offensive numbers.
Mm-hmm.
They're not even that great of a fucking offensive team.
Nope.
They're really not.
But the quarterback threw for $3,000, 33 TDs, 5 picks. You can win with that.
Yep.
You can. Isaiah Horton can get you 71 for 800. You can't tell me he can't. Is Malachi Tony should be your slot guy next year? If not, then why are we investing all this time and this money and this effort into recruiting if we're not going to play them?
Mm-hmm.
That's my question.
Yep.
I'm not saying rely on freshmen. Don't put 8 freshmen on defense, but put 3 if they can play.
Yeah, if they can play, definitely.
You don't have to rely on freshmen if you continue to build, so you're not relying on freshmen next year because you still have Horton, you still have Lofton, who's been in the system for 2 years. Now you sprinkle in JoJo and you use Tony in the slot. You're not reliant on Tony. Tony's not getting double teamed next year. Isaiah Horton is drawing that attention. You're not relying on Justin Scott at defensive tackle. No one relied on him this year. We played him. There's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't rely on him. We played him. We relied on OJ. We needed to rely on OJ. That's different. We didn't rely on Ruben Bain last year. We played him.
So why is that happening? Why is that happening in some positions and not
I don't know.
others?
They're saying it about quarterback too, but Michael Van Buren played a pretty good year this year. CJ Bailey played a good year this year. I think no, you can't play all freshmen, but you can't sit here and tell me somebody like that. And I'm seeing somebody that was not as good as him put up a 500-yard season for an ACC champion. No one, they did not rely on this young man. They used the experience of their number one to shoulder the load. He has 71 catches. I just told you both the other freshmen got 36 and 38.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't rely on them. They let them be a part of the offense.
Yep.
If you think Pringle's like that, he should see the field. If you think Pruitt is like that, Pruitt should have saw the field more. OJ saw the field. Zaquan Patterson should have saw the field. Gone are the times of seniority. If they like that, play them. The excuse can't be we're not playing them this year because they're too young.
Yep.
No one ever says because they're not good enough. I just get to hear because they're too young. That's dead now, dog. KJ Bolden balling last night.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's dead. So it can't be both.
KJ
It
Bolden
can't be they like that and or he wasn't really. So either the evaluation wasn't right, or we just have a policy where we don't play him. But you can't tell me someone's really good and they're not playing, but then, he wouldn't contribute right now. Okay, so why do we put all the resources into getting them when you know if you sit them for 2 years, they're probably dipping because of the way the college football portal is now?
Absolutely.
So identify the ones that are like that and then put them on the field.
Do we
Some
have
can develop, but Malachi Tony, nice, play him. I'm not saying throw him 100 fucking balls. I'm saying play him. That's my issue, Joe. And I don't have an answer. I honestly don't. But my issue is we saw guys like Cameron Pruitt only get 6 snaps when every snap he got, he looked like he was getting better and better and making an impact when he was in the game. Why didn't Zaquan Patterson not play more? I have those kind of questions. Those are the questions I have. Where was JoJo? 11 did struggle at sometimes. He did pick it up during the middle of the season. We gave him his flowers on here. Boy started playing a lot better, but he did struggle at times. Where was the kid? That's the kind of stuff I think about. I would like us to play our guys. If they really like that, play them. TJ Moore is a really good receiver. I'm not trying to take nothing away from him, but I think JoJo is that same.
You got to find out if they like. You got to find out if they like that, right? Like, unless they get the snaps, you're not going to find out. Like, you got to know what you have other than practices.
That's the point.
You got to have practice other than the practices against your own secondary, which we know the secondary ain't like that. So, regardless of how they look,
so if
we
you
need to see
know
when the
they
snaps
like
are real.
that, rotate them in. You learn a lot just from a little bit of rotation. Just a little bit, you'll learn a lot.
So again, is that an issue as well? Do we not take advantage of some of the talent that is leaving, or like the Washington Twins are in the portal?
Yep.
Did we not?
This talent. I understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I understand what you're saying, Super, in the chat, but why weren't they getting some rest before we were rolling? We're talking about rolling. Why weren't they? We heard there will be more for JoJo. We heard there will be more for Zaquan. We heard, but the snap counts didn't really reflect that. So I don't know. I do understand that you had 3 guys in front of there cooking. I mean, these 4 receivers went off this year. They all had great years. But I do think you do have to find out. I don't think you needed the extra transfer portal guy this year. I don't. I think I think we had them catches and those yards here. I do. That's how I feel. I could be wrong, but we'll never know. It's a what if. But I think we had that production here already. So I think sometimes I would like to see more of a balance. I would like to see more of putting our guys on the field. And if not, then the question has to be asked, are we evaluating these guys?
Young guys.
Yeah, young guys. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I'm
not saying take that many catches away from X and whatnot. But like I said, you already had Jacoby, you had X, and you had Horton. Why couldn't the 4th had been a combination of JoJo and Nye? That's my argument.
Rocky, the number 1 offense in the country. That's dope. We get that. But
yeah, and I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying that 4th receiver never had to be someone we spent money on.
Yeah, to CB's point, now we go into this season not knowing what anybody can do in game. In game. Right. We know what they can do in practice, right? Mm-hmm. But in game, we're going into the season not knowing what anybody can do. If you have a play, if you have a game and you've had 65 offensive snaps, you're telling me JoJo can't get 7 snaps out of the 60? Come on, son. Like what?
I just don't think we needed to add the extra one. I don't think we needed to. I want to be careful in the backfield next year. Everybody already saying go get one for
Martino's back.
Jordan Law, Mark Fletcher, dog. Come on, man. We can win the ACC with them 2 in the back.
That's the only position and O-line.
Yeah, Joe. But I understand when you say it, because when you say depth, you actually mean depth. They're not saying hit the portal and get depth. They want you to go get Damian Martinez again next year. And that's the kind of thing I'm not for. Sometimes it's necessary. Right now, as I'm looking at the roster, I don't think it is. I think you
But
got
you're gonna lose.
Lyle, you got Fletch, and is Pringle not like that? So add depth, but don't go get
We
me
don't
an
know, though.
RB1 when I have 2 RB1s here. We better know. They not cheap anymore in recruiting, so you better know.
But that's not your money, fam.
If he can't block, he ain't gonna play.
Yeah, that's why AJ don't
He
play.
gonna play
dog.
next year.
I hate
He's
That's
going
why
to play
AJ
next
don't
year.
play.
Pringle is like
why-
that.
I hate that.
That's why AJ don't
Clip
play,
this
though.
now.
AJ don't block.
Clip this now. Pringle will play. Pringle is like that. I
hate
don't
that.
think you need to get another RB1. I think if you add some depth, if you add a piece, a veteran piece, that's fine. But I don't think you need an RB1. It's Jordan Lyles RB1, Mark Fletcher's RB1. Shit, Martinez might come back.
Right.
There are positions where you do need to get a guy. We need a corner. We need a like that out there. But I don't think you have to do it everywhere. I think sometimes you have to trust your evaluations. Do you know if you're right about your evaluations if you ain't testing them out? Trust your evals. That's one thing I will say. I love our linebacker coach. I love our receiver coach. I love our defensive line coach. I trust their evals. So let's see them on display. That's how you know if, damn, let me stop getting these slim defensive ends. They don't fit when I'm plugging them in. You have to know. You only know if you actually put them on the field. That's proof of concept.
Yep. Absolutely.
And not at every position. I'm not saying every position. Sometimes, yeah, you're just going to be weak at a position and say, you know what? I need to get me a defensive end that can get it. I need a 10-sack guy now. But at running back, I don't think we need to rush to spend a bunch of money. At receiver, I don't think we need to rush to spend a bunch of money. It's going to get fancy out there. It's going to get pretty in the portal. But I think at some point, you do have to trust your guys.
Yep.
That's just how I feel.
I think.
Yes, Damian was insurance for Fletcher's health issues.
Wait.
I will say that. Yes, he was.
Wait.
I'm not even arguing with the Damian addition last year.
Hold on.
I don't like the receiver addition last year.
I know you didn't like Sam Brown, the addition. I know you want to play JoJo. I get it. I'm with you on it. But I think what you're looking at is like we're very centric to what there's gonna be everybody portals, right? Somebody's gonna do something. And again, like we don't have to react to like because this guy's graphic went up. Well, we want him. Who gives a fuck if we want him? That's on the staff, right? If the staff goes, look, we're not ready yet. That's why you get us Sam Brown. That's on them, and we could complain about it after. I'm with you on that though. Like I would have just liked to see JoJo right off rip. You know what I'm saying he was here this spring. Like I would have just liked to have seen that. I didn't think it was necessary to go in the portal, but that was before spring. You hadn't seen him practice. That's when you had to make that jump, right? Because that's Sam Brown. Sam Brown came in the fall, right? So that's even on. Sam Brown came in the summer, so. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
To see you had Horton in the building already. You had X, Jacoby, and Horton in the building already. All you needed was a little bit of support coming off that. And to be honest, we all thought the tight ends were going to have a lot more catches than they did this year. So
and they did.
Sometimes I think people overthink shit, bro.
100%.
Overthink things.
And then we know with the NIL, when you bring in a Sam Brown, and the NIL was what the NIL was. Unfortunately, you got to play that man. You gonna
and it's no. I don't have nothing against him. He had a good year. Sam had a good year. He started off rocky, but like we said on this show, when we gave him his flowers, I think downtown Sammy Brown had a fantastic year for us for what he was asked to do. I just think that production was already here. That's just how I feel. I trust KB.
Quick, where
KB
would you
tell me somebody like that, I trust him.
Where would you spend your money this season?
Defense.
Give me three positions you cut in the check.
Safety, corner, space.
How many safeties though? How many safeties?
One safety. I'm going to get the Purdue safety, no doubt. I'm going to get him.
I'm getting him, no doubt.
Yeah, give him whatever. Yeah.
I'm getting a safety. I'm finding my Jaden Davis in this class. I'm finding my DB.
Okay.
Not my corner, not my safety. I'm finding my DB.
Okay, your star, basically.
And I'm getting
safety there at D tackle.
Oh, well.
Is that what you're saying?
If I'm probably getting 3 DBs, to be honest. Safety for sure. I need someone with Zaquan. I need a ball hawk back there. I need someone who understands. I need a ball hawk. I need a center fielder. I need a DB, and I need a corner.
Okay. What about you, Ben?
DB. Hold on, wait.
That's what I'm spending. That's what I'm spending
can
the bread
Can I
on.
push back?
But the DB. Well, I take that back. Hold on. The DB. If we're talking about bread, the DB, I'm not spending bread on. I'd spend that on the DT because the DB, I feel like you get a veteran with experience. He don't need to be the former 5-star. He needs to be someone who understands the position and is versatile. I need a football player. That's where you go get your Jaden Davis. It's where you get your grad transfer. I need a football player at that star because I think we have our star of the future, but he's coming off of a bad injury from last year.
Sure.
And I think without that injury, he's starting as a freshman. I think we all can agree that. So I think you need a Jaden Davis just to bridge that gap for him. And I don't think you need to go get that day one in the portal either. I think that guy will present itself. But if I'm talking about my 3 top that I'm cutting a check, that free safety, a corner, and I need a space eater because I do want my pass rushers to rush a little bit freer next year and get my linebackers a little bit more free than they were this year. I like my defensive tackles, but a lot of them are 2-gap up the field kind of guys. So we need a space eater next to them.
All right, Ben.
I just want to push back on what CB said. You spent 17 minutes talking about you evaluating. You have the guys here. So why get portal guys when you have 18 defensive backs coming in? Like, if you want to play the young guys, you can't play the young guys. Play the young guys.
We don't have that free safety now. The motherfucker flipped. We don't have
anybody in the second. Yeah, we don't have anybody in the second.
They didn't bring that free safety that we need. That's what I'm talking about. If you brought the motherfucker in, play him. If you didn't, you got to go get him. We didn't bring a free safety in
I think that. Everybody's up for grabs.
I think Bryce will be a really good free. I don't think Bryce is ready for that now. He's an athlete in high school. He didn't play DB full time.
Yeah.
He didn't play DB full time. So if you brought in the motherfucker who liked that, play him. We didn't at free safety. So, and I think we did at nickel, but I don't think he's going to be ready because of the injury, unfortunately. I think he liked that. Like he liked that.
Facts.
Yeah.
But
he's walking. Hopefully he'll be ready by spring. Hopefully he'll be ready.
Ben, who you spending your money on?
Same thing as CB, man. I would get. You said 3, right? I would get an experienced nickel, just like CB said, an extra safety, and a overpay shutdown motherfucking corner, just that side of the field. Just pay, dog. Like this, this is the budget that we're spending. No. Your secondary was utter trash last year. Like let's keep it. I'm not saying that y'all seen it. We can't have that again. But also for me, man, like it goes back to do you make changes on the defensive side of the ball as far as the coaches? Because then who you want is different, right? Because you can't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you go for portal guys, to you're going for
whatever.
Scheme can change, the demands of that could change. Like we got a national champion semifinalist safety / nickel last year. Y'all see the difference? You know what I'm saying? That. So those things have to happen before you make those. Make those changes. But hey, man, just the secondary's you got to throw bodies at that shit, bro. You can't, fam. Last year we were talking about it. If we get an injury, we lost Damari and our whole secondary looked like shit. And we're supposed to believe Damari's supposed to be the key to everything. Who'd you have behind that?
I have a question. Damn. I hope everyone's getting comfortable. This is gonna be a long one. I have a question because I have a lot of stuff I want to talk about now. It's not even hypothetical because Cam has no eligibility left. He won't be here next year.
Yes, you got a portal QB.
Okay.
Sorry, yes.
Let's assume.
So I'm spending my money.
There we go.
I thought we were doing defense and offense.
I'm not trying to disrespect nobody right now. So I'm going to make an assumption here, and we're going to go based off the assumption.
Sure.
The assumption is we're going to get a portal QB, and he's coming in to play.
Yes.
I know there's an alternate road where we got a guy here. I'm saying that's not a hypothetical for today. Today's hypothetical is we're in last year's boat where we're going to get a guy. This is what I'm asking you. Do you want the hired gun for a year? Do you want someone with more than one so that we don't run into this situation again where we need to run it back and now we're questioning if we can? Or do you take a shot on somebody's hot shot freshman that balled and wants to play bigger? Do you have a preference? Do you care?
Me personally,
Because we got both. We got everything in the portal this year. We got grad transfer. We got a guy with 2 years. We got guys with 3.
3
We
years.
got the hotshot freshman who's jumping into.
yeah, I want a one and done. I want a senior or junior, senior, whatever at the quarterback position because I believe in our 2025 quarterback and I believe in our 2026 quarterback. So I don't want somebody with 3 years. I don't want somebody with 2 years. I believe in those two. Now in 2026, we'll see what's up, right? Hopefully we can get into some games where those quarterbacks are able to play and we can see what's going on. But I want a grad transfer or I want a senior at quarterback.
A one and done.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm with you on it. The only way you go multi-year if that guy is like that, like
DJ Lagway is the only guy really
He ain't leaving.
that right.
He ain't leaving.
And
They gave him the
somebody
keys.
like that, then
Yeah, one and done. Yeah, same for me. Yeah, there's nobody. There's no. I don't want to. No. Yeah.
So that takes us out of the Tulane Kid sweepstakes, the Jackson Arnold sweepstakes. That takes us out of the
Jackson Arnold ain't like that to me.
Mateer, whatever. Yeah,
Mateer's a junior though, right?
Mateer got 2. Fred shirt though. No.
Yeah, but he could opt out.
I think he got 2.
Yeah, he could bounce. I mean, with a dope year, I think he would probably bounce.
Aren't they telling them to stay another year now though?
Drones? Nah, I don't want. I'm not a drone.
No, I'm all set on that.
You bring back JB for that. That's who that is. That's a less athletic Curry Brown.
Facts. Miller Moss.
I'm not a drone.
So if Lefty from last year pop, not my Lefty, not Lefty from down the street. If Lefty from last year dip, which he probably is because he's not traveling, no.
Lefty from last year.
Yeah.
Lefty from last year. Oh, I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Improve it.
I don't know what he looked like. I don't know.
I can't tell you.
Right.
I don't know what the ball looks like.
If my boy from State dip, yes or no?
Mike Lambier. No.
I like Mike. I like him, but no.
I like him, Mike. Yeah, I like Mike a lot. Bucket spin that shit, but
because there's not a lot of those 1 year guys. A few of them I'm not a fan of. Some of them are way too like Ewers is injury prone. So if he come, who the number 2?
I'm also on Ewers, dog. After yesterday, I'm all no.
Ace cheeks. I don't like Wegman again. Injury. If he comes, who's the 2?
And we don't know who jumping in, son. Somebody
we don't know who's jumping in yet.
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean the Tulane. I think a lot of people didn't think the Tulane kid would leave.
Yeah,
and he's in.
What is he?
But
he's young. He's
a freshman. He's a freshman.
Oh,
freshman. He got 3 years left.
Yeah. And that's why I asked that question. You got to start thinking about. And to be honest, if Ewers, I'm Emory over Ewers. Run me 17. Fuck all that. Run me 5 over. Run me.
Callie Kane asked a question. What if Luke, that's an early enrollee, comes in?
He's coming in early. They gave the keys to CJ. They gave the keys to Van Buren.
He
they
could
gave the
take
keys
the
to
spot, son. I'm not saying he won't. Luke is a fucking winner. You know what I mean?
But if they go if they go get a motherfucker, he's not gonna have the chance to take the spot.
Right.
That's why you need a 1 year guy. Right? That's yeah. I think 1 year guys, I think the answer that you're gonna get from us, CB, which is what you got, right? What about you? You take a 1 year guy, you take a multi-year guy.
I don't like
MVP?
1 year. I don't like 1 year guy. You know how I feel about him, but I worry about dog. Like this kid been 10 toes down, bro. Like this kid coming in has been 10 toes down from the second he committed.
Facts.
He deserves a shot to be a quarterback here. Like just on fucking loyalty, he deserves a shot to come throw a couple passes around and let them see if he's gonna be the guy.
It's better than Arnold, Ewers, and Arnold.
I wouldn't mind it because I like him personally. I don't. Ewers, I'll agree. Arnold, I don't think so. I don't agree. No disrespect, but I don't. Arnold can spin it.
And Adrian Baker no on the Arizona QB. He has the best wide receiver in the game that he just throws the ball up to.
He's all right.
Let me tell you why I don't like a 1 year guy. Because I don't think you get to establish an identity with a 1 year guy.
There's no more establishing, CB. That shit is over. That shit is over.
Son.
Identities and all that. It's over, fam.
I think you need somebody for 2 years.
But
I think I think at quarterback you still need somebody for 2 years because there is the chance it doesn't start gelling and cooking well early, and if it doesn't, then your special season is reliant on everything happening right once. I talked about this before the season happened.
That's the feeling I got
talked
with
about
Emery.
this shit before the season happened. What happens when we fall short with Cam? Everyone gonna go, damn, I wish we had another year with him because now I can see what it could be. That's why I don't like 1 year rentals. That I don't. And I understand this is college football now, but I don't like 1 year rentals.
Yeah, because you're
quarterback.
Your 2 year guy at quarterback may not even have the same O-line next year. He may not have the same receivers. He may not have the same offense. Like shit moves so crazy that I don't.
But if you look at our roster right now, he 100% would.
No, we don't know what's happening. Inez Cooper could be gone. First of all, we're losing 3 O-linemen already. Right, they're gone.
We should be playing at least 1 or 2 freshmen or sophomores on the offensive line next year.
We're
easily playing sophomores at receiver.
We're losing 3 receivers.
I'm talking. So whoever's coming in 26.
Okay.
If we got a 2 year quarterback next year, these receivers are here for at least 2 years.
Dawson
JoJo, Chance, Nye,
Dawson,
Tony. Yeah, Dawson will be gone.
So if Dawson leaves,
that always hurts you. That always hurts you a little bit.
If Dawson leaves, that's the establishment changes, right? Because you're bringing
not
in
if
a
the
new
quarterback
coach.
stays.
Yeah, well, that coordinator might not like that quarterback. I'm saying about the timeline of it, right? Like if you get a portal guy now,
what do you mean? Mario's not. Cristobal don't run his staff like that, bro. Don't come on. If we got a 2 year dude here, and we have Mateer, right, and he stayed for his senior year after next year, and Dawson left, you think Mario's hiring a motherfucker who say, "Well, I don't really like that dude." If we had Cam again next year, you think Mario would give a fuck who liked him or not? He gonna hire somebody who likes him. Come on, bro. The man's stuff. We know that man's stubborn. He hired defensive coordinators to tell you who your position coaches are.
I feel you. That's a nice way to look at things, CB. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful vision. I would love for it to happen, but you know, this shit,
that's
not football nowadays.
This shit is this shit crazy. You know what I mean? This shit crazy.
It's free agent. It's free agency every 6 weeks and or 2
it's
months.
Fucking free agent.
Like you have the December quarter of the spring.
I do not know how to build a program because I never have. None of us have.
None of us have. None of us have built a program. We don't know what it's like. We've never walked into, you know what I'm saying, a high school player's living room, like, hey, come play for us. None of us have, fam.
None of us.
I get hopped up on sugar, and they put a mic in front of me every Sunday. Nigga, this
like, what are we talking about?
What it is, baby. No, and I think that's why Joe asked that question. Joe asked that question to get 3 different answers because you're gonna get 3 different answers on how someone wants it to be built. You got some people who say portal. Dion believes I'm not bringing in no freshman that's not gonna play. That's why he only brings in like 8 because he's like, I'm bringing in guys that's gonna play. Some people believe in bringing 8 that's gonna play and 6 that you can develop. It's different across the board. It's always gonna be different. I cover recruiting, so of course I'm gonna be biased towards the recruits that come in. It's just, and I will admit that on here. I'm usually biased towards the recruits because I know them more, and I want to see them get a shot. Because what's the point of putting all this effort into getting him if we're not gonna then give him a shot?
And do you know what the common denominator is in all of this? The coaches have to fucking coach who's in the building. That's the common denominator. Regardless. High school kids, transfer portal kids, whoever, the coaches have to coach and develop. Development, not so much, because you might have a player for 1 year, 2 years, and they gone. or whatever. But you got to coach these dudes. You got to put these dudes in the. You got to put your best foot forward every week, man. Every week. It ain't no, let's see what this opponent does. We gonna try this. Nah, fuck all that. You gotta go every week because you don't have chances, man. You don't have chances, and you know we saw that this year in 2024. So that
this roster has good bones, man. The roster has good bones,
and that's why I question why in the ACC we do not win this shit every single. Like it bothers me. Because the ACC as a conference, oh god.
You know how mad I got last night because I knew TJ Moore was going off for them this year, and TJ was like that. He was like that coming out of high school, but Clemson had him as their guy for a long time. Like he was going to Clemson. So I'm thinking, yeah, but I know the other kid is one of theirs too, but I know he's like a sophomore, redshirt sophomore. And as I keep cooking, I'm like, oh god damn. Knowing Dabo, that's a senior, so that's a fifth-year senior and waited his time. He's probably a good story. He's a true freshman.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh hell no!" They're cooking with 2 true freshmen out there.
Yeah,
that's the Porter mentality that he has, right? He doesn't get Porter guys. Whoever he recruits, he plays.
And that's what CB playing. That's what CB saying. Yeah. You know what I mean? It can work.
You live or die with your eval. He lives or dies with eval. It's gonna work, but let me keep it a buck. It don't always work. It don't always work.
No.
You can fucking get stomped with all of your guys. So I do like a mix. I just say don't get too gotta go get a guy every time. I think this roster has really good bones on it, y'all. Like I really do. I think if we make the right moves, we're right back where we were. I really do. Yep. I do. I don't even think you need a lights out. I don't think you need Cam Moore, that quarterback, on this team. If the defense is better next year, I don't think you do.
So do you keep Emory then? Do you roll with Emory?
I like mobile quarterbacks.
Feel the same way.
But I think you could.
I like Emory.
If it came down to that, I think you spend your money on defense. Your O-line is going to protect. Your O-line is going to run block. You have playmakers on the outside, and you have a running game. Emory could definitely run that. It could be very efficient.
I see a lot of names being named out that I'm like, run me 17. Like, don't get it twisted.
Your defense is going to have to play.
Your defense has to be
Your defense is going to have to play, and I don't know.
He's tough. He's got a good arm. He doesn't have a weak arm. He's got a good arm. He's tough as hell. He's been in the scheme. He understands the scheme. He knows the players. He knows Mario's philosophy.
Yeah, I ain't mad about it.
You can win. You can win with Emory Williams. You can. I just like sauce. I like a little bit more sauce on my quarterback. That's it.
I like seasoning. I like seasoning.
Yeah, I like seasoning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm finna slide Luke Nickel advisor. That aesthetic needs to just be a little bit.
I leave that shit completely wide open. If that's who you want to roll with, you don't want to go Porter quarterback. I'm with you, but I want
you
that.
Can roll with Emory and Luke. Yeah. You can run with them.
If Luke wins that shit, Luke wins that shit because you know what I'm saying. It's got to be open, and you got to make moves after that. But I think you still get a. Yeah, it's just man. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see.
It'd be really cool if Martinez comes back. Like that would be so awesome for this offense, bro. I think that would be great for this.
It'd be a different offense, yeah. It'd be Clemson. It'd be a different, yeah. Because you got to see.
Because you got your 3-headed monster in the backfield. You got your 3-headed monster in the backfield.
Yeah.
And you're straight.
But that defense, dog. That defense you got to hit on everything. You can't be like, oh, I lost this one guy, and then your whole secondary dies. I don't want to watch that party die again.
No, that's another thing. We brought in a lot of DBs last year, like a lot of versatile guys. I need to see some of them.
They got to hit. Yeah, they got to hit. Yeah. I just need to see them, right? We need to see what the fuck is out there, man.
And I know some of it was for reasons. You know, Ryan Mack was dealing with some injury stuff this year.
Yeah.
Some of it was some reasons. Some guys like Dylan Day was honing in on a position. He played everything in the secondary in high school. So they're like, okay, you're gonna play.
He played quarterback in high school.
You're gonna play safety. Stay right here. So I understand, like for some guys, like we talked about Bryce Fitzgerald earlier. It's going to be his first time being a DB every day he wakes up. Right now, he is just as good of a receiver. Man could be a 4-star receiver right now and go to a Power 4 team. He's that good on the offensive side. So
Joe thinks turning his camera off, we can't hear him cough while he doesn't turn off his mic. I love. There it is. He realized it now.
Almost 200 episodes in.
Yeah, just who knows? Yeah, 200th episode on Wednesday, which is crazy. We're gonna do something for y'all. I will say this, man. I saw earlier, and I know we say it all the time, that like I hate this shit. I hate this so much. We're everybody's Super Bowl.
Somebody said Joe went in the portal.
You see, that's my name, right? You see my new name?
Joey's in the portal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joey's in the portal.
That's my name.
Transfer out now, son. There's a lifetime contract on this one. Hey, man, I'm tired of that shit too, bro. I'm tired of we're everybody's Super Bowl. Fam, that just means we're unprepared. If we're keeping
everybody's Super Bowl. Everybody lines up every week to play to win the goddamn game.
That's code word for we not ready.
Yeah, that's all that is, bro. You gotta stop saying that shit. We're never. That's all that is. That's all it's ever been for 20 years. We're not ready every Saturday, and that's on coaching. That's you know what I'm saying. That's
Marshall quarterback jumped in the portal.
Marshall
coach left. Coach Huff, man, salute to Coach Huff. Going to
Southern Miss. Going to Southern Miss.
Yep. He gonna turn that thing around. UNC Charlotte got a good coach too, man. They got the Ohio coach. He's a good coach.
He's a good coach.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were talking about. I saw some comment section yesterday under some Marshall stuff that Marshall fans really wanted that dude.
But Marshall got the D coordinator for NC State.
Hey, they got that boy. They got that boy doing the cam. Homeboy from Tulane. Apparently, he be doing the cam this year.
So real quick before we
Julian
get
Humphrey will be a good get.
Oh, bring his ass to the crib.
Yeah.
Length.
Yeah.
I like his length. I watched some reps I didn't like from him. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh yeah.
Some reps I didn't like.
He got some.
But he's still young. He's still young.
He got some work.
Without question though, consensus, we need that Purdue safety. Right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I would like.
Hey, you know how they got the Kraken? They calling him the Cracker.
I would like.
He nice.
He's physical.
He's physical.
He
nice.
I like
dog.
Yeah. And look, man. Everybody in the chat, we don't know rumors. You know what I'm saying? We see the graphics we know something. Y'all see the graphic. We see the graphic. We'll see what happens, man. The portal. The portal opens tomorrow officially. So expect the wildness.
CB's time limit is up. It's time for him to go. It's time to go.
CB.
Don't ask me, bitch ass thing. I don't know nothing.
We don't know nothing. Shit. We don't know nothing. We don't talk about nothing. We don't say nothing about that. Wednesday will be our 200th episode. Yeah, we all do. CB. We're trying to. You know what I'm saying? We're pleading the fifth here. We plead the fifth. 200 episode on Wednesday, man. Do us a favor, man. On our Twitter, man. I'm saying send us a message, drop a recording, play. You know what I'm saying? We'll play the videos, do a compilation. Appreciate everybody that rocks with us.
The quarterback in the portal.
What?
There's another quarterback in the portal.
Mine?
Just who, son? Don't
Walker
just say
Howard. Ole Miss.
Oh nah, hell nah. Get him the
top 5. Hey man, he was a 5-star in 2022.
That's so weird. Why would a quarterback
in 2022
Lane Kiffin
get that man a fucking CDL? No, I'm playing. I'm sorry, that's too much sugar.
Hey, but that's so weird that a quarterback would leave Lane Kiffin's fantastic offense because that's the greatest offense to ever walk the face of the earth. That's really weird.
Lane Kiffin is like me. Lane Kiffin recruits 8 quarterbacks. Lane Kiffin ain't never seen a quarterback he didn't love. That nigga Lane up. He got his quarterback of the future too. That kid Austin Simmons, the lefty.
Yeah.
The early enrollee.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, man.
That boy nice.
We will see what happens with coaching staff. Any coaching changes, y'all see it when we see it. Appreciate y'all so much. Look at that, 200 people checking us out right now. Appreciate y'all, man. Make sure to smash that like button. I'm saying check out the website, youheardpodcast.com. CB, you want to do your disclaimer in your 1950s voice before we roll up out of here?
No. Sorry. Joe got me excited, man. I go look and it's fucking.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
He got me excited to go look at goddamn quarterback. I'm thinking we finna it's finna roll quarterback in the portal. I look up and it's Miller Moss.
Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be good, be safe. We'll catch y'all Wednesday, man.
I don't want none of them.
Nothing. We out, man.
Me.
Peace.